you're gonna say, okay, I have this is my frame bracket. I have 4 frame brackets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. They're mounted properly, not broken, cracked, or loose. No missing nuts or bolts. I have 4 eye bolts. I got 1, 2, 3, and 4. They're mounted properly, not broken, cracked, or loose. No missing nuts or bolts. These are the eye bolts. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
My control arms right here. These are my control arms. 1, 2, 3, and 4. They're mounted properly, not broken, cracked, or loose. No missing nuts or bolts. Connected to the rear axles using U-bolts. They're mounted properly, not broken, cracked, or loose. No missing nuts or bolts. I got 4 shock absorbers and 4 airbags. 1, 2, 3, and 4. They're mounted properly, not broken, cracked, or loose. No missing nuts or bolts. Not leaking, and the airbags are not torn. Okay, so that's basically what you're going to be saying for suspension. Oh, I forgot. And for suspension as well, right here, this is my torque rod. My torque rod is mounted properly, not broken, cracked, or loose. No missing nuts or bolts. Okay, so now that's what it's going to sound like. Now, I don't know if you noticed how I was going 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, could I really see them?
No.
No, not really. I mean, you can see this one, but I can't really see the other ones.
Explain it out. You're good.
Yeah, as long as you make it seem real, man. Make it seem
like you know what you're doing.
Yeah, basically, make it seem that you know, because if you start stuttering, if you start, oh, I don't know, you know what, they're gonna be a little bit less lenient with you. They're gonna expect more from you to make sure that you know what you're doing. Now, if you sound confident, if you sound like you know what you're doing, more than likely they'll be, oh, okay, he already knows, whatever. So they won't be too hard on you.
Play your role.
Yeah, play your role. Now, right here, I was counting 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? It's very important that you make it seem real. They're actually looking at them. You can't just say, like I said, don't just be right here. I have 4 frame brackets. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Mounted properly. No, man, make it look real. Act it out. 1, 2, 3. Reach into it. Even if you can't see it, it's bullshit. You can't really see that. But she doesn't know that. That's why it's very important to be here, so that way you're cutting his or her side of basically view.
Okay.
Cutting his or her view. They're gonna be outside. They're probably gonna see. They say, "Oh, well, I can't see it." Well, it's because you're not here, man. I can see it from here, and I already know where. Get it? So make it seem real, man. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
So count it off. So those were suspension components. Now braking. These are my ABS lines and air lines. They're mounted properly, not broken, cracked, or loose. No missing nuts or bolts. Not leaking. For braking right here, these are my brake chambers. My brake chambers. I have 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. They're mounted properly, not broken, cracked, or loose. No missing nuts or bolts. Not leaking. 4 slack adjusters and push rods. I got 1, 2, 3, and 4. They're mounted properly, not broken, cracked, or loose. No missing nuts or bolts. No more than 1 inch of pull with the brakes released. And 4 brake pads and brake drums. 1, 2, 3, and 4. They're mounted properly, not broken, cracked, or loose. No missing nuts or bolts. No less than 1/4 inch of padding. Okay, so remember the brake pad for braking. It's always going to be the same components: air lines, ABS lines, brake chamber, slack adjuster, push rods, brake pads, and brake drums. It's always going to be the same.
Here, do we have a ABS line?
Yeah, you do have your ABS line.
Okay.
All right, so that's basically what's going to be for this one. Now, I already covered suspension. I already covered braking. Now it's tires. So for tires, obviously, we're not going to be covering this side. We're only going to be covering these 4 right here. So now, how do you cover 4 tires in one side without going through each and every one of them, wasting your time? How do you cover 4 tires? Very simple. Start from the inside. I have my inside rim. Inside rim, they're mounted properly, not broken, cracked, or loose, no missing nuts or bolts, not bent, no illegal welds. My inside tires are no cuts, no tears, no bubbles, good condition. Between my tires, I can see that they're in good condition, no spacers, no objects in the middle. And now that I already covered pretty much the inside of both ways, now we can cover right here. You're gonna mention all 4 tires at the same time. My tread, it's in good condition, no less than 232s. My outside tire, they're in good condition, no cuts, no tears, no bubbles. My lug nuts, they're in good condition, they're mounted properly, not broken, cracked, or loose, no missing nuts or bolts. My hub caps, they're mounted properly, not broken, cracked, or loose, no missing nuts or bolts. Both of my valve stems, they're mounted properly, not broken, cracked, or loose, no missing nuts or bolts, not leaking, safe operating levels. And my outside of my rims, it's mounted properly, not broken, cracked, or loose.
So you have to check the pressure on these for them?
Yeah, every time you come across a tire, check the pressure. Check the pressure. Because those are the 3 things that they're looking for. It's condition, tread, and inflation. Those are 3 major things. All right. So you see how I covered 4 tires at the same time. I wasn't just saying lug nuts mounted properly, not broken, cracked or loose, when it's in a bolt, you know, just looking at one. I was actually pointing at both of them, checking both of them out, so making it look more realistic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yep, yep.
So that's basically how you deal with that side right there. Once you're done with this, finally then that's when you come back over here again.
Go to the end cabin.
No, right here on the outside. So right here, this is my mirrors. They're mounted properly, not broken, cracked or loose, no missing out your bolts. My door, it is mounted properly, not broken, cracked or loose. You're gonna say, and it opens easily from the outside. It is not loose. My rubber seal is intact. It's not broken, cracked or loose, and my door hinges are not broken, cracked or loose, no missing out your bolts. Right here I have my steps. They're mounted properly, not broken, cracked or loose, no missing out your bolts. My diesel tank, it's mounted properly, not broken, cracked or loose, no missing out your bolts, not leaking. And also has my diesel cap. Diesel cap is intact and has a safety chain and a rubber seal on it as well.
Okay.
Once you're done with that, you come back this way. Now, you're gonna mention everything on this side, everything in the middle, turn, everything on this side. All right? So try to keep it like that. Don't be jumping from here to here to there, because you're gonna forget some stuff.
Up to bottom, left to right, one thing
Top
at
to
a time.
bottom. So go in here, finish everything right here. Pretty much everything that we can see right here. You're gonna mention your utility lights. Utility lights and handrail. It's mounted properly, not broken, cracked or loose, no missing out your bolts. Right here we have our emergency line, service line, and electrical line. They are mounted properly, not broken, cracked or loose, no missing out your bolts, not leaking, and have proper connection to the truck and to the trailer using glad hands. These are called glad hands.
Glad hands.
Glad hands. Right here, I have my battery box. It is mounted properly, not broken, cracked or loose. And if you see in there, you'll see that there's no corrosion, no battery acid leaking.
Will we have to open that up and show it to them?
Yeah, just basically open it up like this.
Okay. Just like you did.
Just like that. Okay, inside right here, that's my drive shaft. My drive shaft is mounted properly, not broken, cracked or loose, no missing nuts or bolts. I have my continuation of the frame. My continuation of the frame is mounted properly, not broken, cracked or loose, no missing nuts or bolts, no illegal welds. Okay, right here, this is my steps and my catwalk. My steps and my catwalk, they're mounted properly, not broken, cracked or loose, no missing nuts or bolts. My splash guards are mounted properly, not broken, cracked or loose, no missing nuts or bolts. Okay. Now what we're going to be doing is now we're going to be doing the coupling area. This right here, this is my airline. And you see that cylinder over there, the little cylinder? That's the piston. So airline and piston, they're mounted properly, not broken, cracked or loose, no missing nuts or bolts, not leaking because it carries air, not leaking. This right here. Okay, this right here, the roof, that's called the apron. Okay, that's called the apron. This is called the fifth wheel. So the apron, fifth wheel. Where it lands on, where the apron lands on right here, the palm of the fifth wheel, that's called the skid plate. Yeah, that's called the skid plate. So basically you're going to be saying this. My apron is mounted properly, not broken, cracked or loose, and it's mounted properly to my skid plate. It has proper lubrication, no gap. Okay? My fifth wheel, it is mounted properly, not broken, cracked or loose, no missing nuts or bolts. Connected properly to my platform. This is my platform, that triangle thing, that's my platform. It's connected properly to my platform using cotter pins and pivot pins. Using cotter pins and pivot pins. My platform is connected properly to my frame using mounting bolts. They're mounted properly, not broken, cracked or loose, no missing nuts or bolts. These are called my locking pins. My locking pins and my release arm. They're mounted properly, not broken, cracked or loose, no missing nuts or bolts in the lock position. Okay. Now that we already covered this area, we're gonna finish off on the coupling. Inside my fifth wheel, you have your kingpin. My kingpin is mounted properly, not broken, cracked or loose, no missing nuts or bolts, and it's connected properly in my locking jaws. I'm sorry, my locking jaws are mounted properly, not broken, cracked or loose, no missing nuts or bolts around the kingpin in the lock position. Now that you finish this, now you finish off the truck. This is my mud flaps. My mud flaps are mounted properly, not broken, cracked or loose, no missing nuts or bolts. My mud flaps are not touching the ground. They're supposed to be how much?
2 inches.
8 inches.
8 inches.
8 inches. Supposed to be 8 inches from the ground. Right now the suspension's low, so that's why. And it has reflective tape on them as well. I have as well my back lights. They're mounted properly, not broken, cracked, or loose, no missing nuts or bolts, and the proper color.
Okay.
Okay. So now that I already finished the whole truck, now what's next?
The trailer.
So first things first, man. You finish the whole truck, and then go to the trailer right here.
Okay.
Start from the front side of the trailer.
Watch out.
The front side of the trailer, we're going to be starting off from high to low. Over there you can see my clearance lights. Again, they're mounted properly, not broken, cracked, or loose, no missing nuts or bolts, proper color, amber. This right here is called my header board. My header board is mounted properly, not broken, cracked, or loose, no holes, no dents, no missing rivets.
Okay.
Right here, this is my skirt. My skirt, it is mounted properly, not broken, cracked, or loose, no holes, no dents, and no missing rivets, and it has reflective tape all around the trailer. Body of the trailer, again, mounted properly, not broken, cracked, or loose, no missing spots, no holes, no dents, no crash, no missing rivets. Okay, so basically what you're going to be saying a lot is no holes, no dents, not crash, no missing rivets. Now dents like that, that's fine. If you see a little dent, that's fine. What they're talking about is like really deep dent, something like that's what they're not looking for. So now that you already finished this is called my landing gear. Landing gear, it is mounted properly, not broken, cracked, or loose, no missing nuts or bolts, and it works properly. My crank handle is working properly. Make sure that you try it out. It comes down, it comes up, and it's secured to the hook. It also has enough clearance to the mud flaps. Okay, come back over here. Right here we have our marker light. Our mid marker light is mounted properly, not broken, cracked, or loose, no missing nuts or bolts, proper color, amber. Right here in the bottom. These are called cross members. Okay, my cross members are mounted properly, not broken, cracked, or loose, no missing nuts or bolts, as well as my floorboard.